What is going on, people? It is Tuesday on the lifeboat. This is Captain Calhoun speaking. How is everyone? How is everyone? I mean, some people do have money, Shannon Smith. Anyways, I hope you enjoy your leave, Millie. Good to see everyone. Patty Collins, hello. Shannon Smith, Millie the Dandelion, DS Kitty, Nicola E, Patty Collins. What's going on, y'all? Rolling Stone. Hello, Body Illusion. Tina Marie. Sandy Wandy. Hello. Charlie Mullins. Let's go. Ben Bacon Bits. Always a pleasure. Joe CPP. Hello. Welcome in. Heck yeah, guys. DS Kitty. Sorry I missed you last night. I was really excited for that stream. Miss B Haven, good to see you. Lynn Sanity, always a pleasure. Roberta, hello. Heck yeah, guys. But yeah, I was really excited for the stream yesterday, and just wasn't working. Just really wasn't working. I went back and watched our 6-minute video, and man, the quality sucked. You guys were not lying, that's for sure. And I couldn't get it working from here. Man, was I excited, though. We'll have to try again today or tomorrow or something. So keep your eyes peeled. My dad and I may give it another go. Yeah, me too, dude. I tell you what, me too, Shannon. I wish it had. Scooby Lee, what's going on? Yeah, the hair, I washed it yesterday, and then I dove in the pool right after. So this is what happens when I do that. Life-size dreamin'. I don't know if I've ever said hello to you, but good to see you. Welcome in. It's pretty long, right? And then the sides are still different, but we're getting there. I am strictly being lazy. I'm not growing a beard, but it is trying to grow. I am trying to grow a neck beard, though, of course. The only kind of beard I can grow. Neck beard. We call it annual leave because it's essentially holiday. We get 25 days a year paid holiday. Wow. Well, that's cool. I could get behind that all day, Millie. I can definitely get behind that. Can't think of a better name. Good morning. Brianna Miller, Miss Chicago. This is like my standard look, guys. I wonder, maybe my hair is just a little off, just a little different. I do like the curly ends. Not opposed to the curly ends. My Wi-Fi is fine, but it was definitely a connection issue last night, Ben. I believe it was kind of whatever weather. It wasn't crazy weather, but I could tell that the connection was being affected by something because, I mean, it has to have been connection. So everything was set up almost exactly how it always is. The common denominator is the connection speed. So I'm sure. I mean, it seemed to work just fine after I got home. So who knows, man? Who knows? It is very bright outside. Put your sunglasses on. Lori Abs, outside with coffee. Good morning. Good. Thanks for reminding me. I need to drink this. Yeah, that pic was taken from my Facebook, I think. Mr. Bacon Bit says, loved the pic of you in the thumbnail. Love the hair. Thanks, Shannon. It's pretty long. I mean, it was this long yesterday. It just was a little dirtier. I guess I've been putting it up for a few days, so it probably looks long because you didn't get to see it grow day by day. I hate the under hair. I wish it would go away or just get long already. The dancing goes well. Lori Ives asks, how's the dancing? I actually got together with my buddy on video chat yesterday, and we caught up on a bunch of stuff and danced a little and made some plans for the future. I'm looking forward to getting together with my crew moving forward. I miss them a ton. Charlie Mullen says, hit that like button, subscribe, and share, please. It certainly makes a difference. Easy workout day or dance workout day? Well, I think today is going to be a hard workout day. So I guess it could be a dance workout day, but I don't plan on dancing at all. What is going on? I wish that would just go away. Who cares, right? Who cares? I miraculously happened upon here this month before I was about to relapse on alcohol, says life is a dream. Wow. It's amazing how things line up sometimes. How you doing now? Life is a dream. And I'm glad you found us. I'm very glad you found us. Well, the video quality, I mean, this is, I feel like my quality is always like this. Sometimes I get a little choppy, but usually it's pretty good over here. I think that the computer that my dad uses is a piece of crap, and also his location seems to be more plagued by connection issues. He just had Google Fiber put in, I think, so it should be like the quickest thing around, but it's not. He also, like, I have a hardwired connection. I put the cable into the back of my computer. I don't Wi-Fi, so if he were to do that, it would probably make a huge difference. Although I don't think there's a port for that on his laptop. I think he'd have to get like a device, like a hub that would plug in USB and then you plug Ethernet into it. I don't know if that even exists, but I doubt there's an Ethernet port on the side of his MacBook Pro or MacBook, whatever he has. So that's my guess on why that didn't work well. Why it doesn't work well sometimes. Yarn Prepper, good to see you. Yeah, Ben, I would definitely. Ben says I always try to ask people when they have connection issues what it is because it just gives me a list in my head of things to check. I would definitely, the factors I check are like if you're not using a hardwired connection, you're messing up. First off, that's rule number one, dude. You need a hardwired connection. That's going to fix most of your issues. That's going to fix most of your consistency and it's going to boost your speed. Yeah, and then I would, it's either the Wi-Fi company, right? It's either the people you pay for internet or it's a hardware issue at that point. And I guess it could be the weather, right? But there's really not a whole lot of options when it comes to internet. I mean, it's pretty cut and dry, even though it doesn't seem to work as intended a lot of the time. There seems to be ghosts in the Wi-Fi system, to my mind. But it is pretty straightforward. I would wire your connection and then check. Like the weather is when nothing works, it's like, well, I guess it's the weather. Weather's the last thing. You check the hardware, you check with the internet company for outages or whatever, and that's pretty much all you can do. There is a squirrel, right and wrongs. There is a moose. Do you perchance have a Boris or Natasha? I do not have any of that, but I will be getting a puppy one day. Probably not here. We'll see. I don't think I'm going to have a puppy in this upstairs apartment, but I am going to get a puppy eventually, and I may give it a name. I don't think I'll give it one of those names, unfortunately. Good to see you, though, right and wrongs. I don't know if I've ever said hello to you. Who am I? What's the reference with Boris and Natasha? I feel like I was supposed to get a joke here, and I didn't. Kevin Hawthorne, good morning. Dale Cox, hello, Yadira. Looking handsome. Hi, crew of beautiful people. Well, thanks, Yadira. That's very kind of you. Very sweet. That is sweet. I meant the moves that help you do the dance. Oh, well, I was doing a fire yoga yesterday. I most likely will practice some moves. I do generally practice daily, even if it's just a little bit. Even if it's just a little bit. Much better now. It's good to hear. Life is a dream. I am super glad to hear that. If you're new here, this is not an anti-drug channel. This is an anti-addiction channel. This is kind of like a recovery channel, a peer support group, what have you. But we're not anti-drug. We're not going to beat up on people for relapsing. You know what I mean? We're not going to, we're here to support. We understand that this journey is tough. It's one of the most difficult things you're likely to do in your life. So we try to meet everyone where they're at, and we try not to run people off. And statistically speaking, you're probably going to relapse. I can't wrap my brain around why other recovery groups don't treat things this way. It is what it is, man. Like, we are out here trying to do our best, right? So all we can do is our best. Today's best isn't yesterday's best, and it damn sure ain't tomorrow's. And sometimes my best isn't good enough, and it just is what it is, man. You know what I mean? So I want everyone, come one, come all. You know what I mean? We are open. We are open. What we are really into is harm reduction, and what we're really against is addiction. Is allowing our lives to be owned by a substance, allowing our lives to be owned by anything that we don't allow it. We don't choose. We don't want. Dale Cox, where do I need to send my address so you can send the tubes of terror? Send it. I'm so glad that you asked. Send it to sober@myyahoo.com, and we will get that sent over to you, Dale. My dad was stressing about this yesterday. He was like, find the email. I was like, there isn't an email. He hasn't sent it yet. He was like, I really need to send this guy some tubes of terror. And I was like, don't worry about it, Dad. He's going to get a hold of us. And here you are, Mr. Dale. I appreciate that. Yeah, we'll get those sent over to you ASAP, dude. I'm really excited to do so as well. All in the same boat, baby. Christian B, it's been a while. Welcome back. Welcome back. I'm glad to see you. I know Bonkers. Scooby Lee. Patty, I'll get in there and check it out. Patty says, Spank sent you an email. Kristen Kruger, welcome in. Hello, hello. Rona Cooley, making it. What is going on? Today is an interesting day, guys. Oh, Boris and Natasha were the bad guys from Rocky and Bullwinkle, weren't they? I see. It's interesting you bring up body levers, Lori Abs. I was doing, my buddy was showing me this thing with my staff yesterday where I can hook my leg around it. It goes cross thigh, up, back, but then it like comes cross body here. And I can use my whole body as a lever with the staff, because the staff is, a straight stick or whatever, and it's strong. And I can crack my sacrum with it. It's pretty wild. Felt wild. Felt really good, I have to say. Very nice. Yeah, I remember Bonkers being I wanted to like it, but it was hard to watch. I can't remember what it was about it that I wasn't really into. It might have just not been my thing. Who knows? Screen tent got a little wet. Well, I don't really have a plan today. I just kind of came on here intending to catch up with you guys since we missed each other yesterday. I will say I'm going to get an extraction tomorrow, so we better spend some extra time today or something. I'm going to be probably missing a couple boats just because I probably don't want to move my jaw after they extract that again. I cracked my sacrum, not like a bad way, like cracking your neck, but with my stick. I used the stick as a lever, and then I used my whole body to crack it, if that makes sense. It's good to see you, Body Illusion. I'm glad to be here. But yeah, I'm going to go get a extraction tomorrow afternoon. So I will be here in the morning, but Thursday morning I'll probably be taking off because I remember how bad my jaw hurt the last time we did this. I'm hoping this one's a little easier. We'll see. There's less tooth in there, so I don't think they're going to have to pull on my jaw. I'm hoping it's way easy. It might be terrible. Who knows? Who knows? I'm going to keep my fingers crossed. Matrix Rabbit. I didn't see you earlier. How you doing? Welcome in. Yeah, no mouth infection. Luckily, I'm no longer a smoker, so I don't got to worry about a whole lot of dry socket and stuff like that. I did pretty good last time. It seemed to heal well. I felt like I got an infection though, didn't I? I do remember that. It's not a Gmail at Dale Cox. Are you sure you sent it to sober at my Yahoo? Is that just a typo for email? Flick Fox, welcome in. They will not be putting me under Breonna Miller. They're just I don't want to show you guys because it's gross, but I have like a tooth that was prepped for something, prepped for a crown, prepped for a bone graft. It was prepped for work that I never went back for. So now it's just like a big bone pit. So there's no tooth there, but there is some sort of material that's not gums. It must be what is remaining of the tooth, but it's just kind of like a tooth crater. It's very strange. It's very, very weird. I imagine they could probably get in there with some pliers and just pull it out, but who knows? Who knows? It's right here. It's in the back, not my very back molar, but the space right in front of it. In fact, the hole is so big and deep, it has suction. My tongue will get stuck in there and I have to like force it out. It's very strange. Super excited to get rid of it. Also, I'd like to bring this up. I asked my dad this yesterday, and we were both we came to a similar conclusion, but they want to clean my teeth with this like UV laser, and like what they're talking about makes sense. But is it worth $700? I don't think so, because that's what they want to charge me to clean my whole mouth with this thing, and they want to do that after, like on the following appointment, not this appointment tomorrow, but the appointment after. And it's like I'm already budgeting. I'm trying to save for a car. I'm trying to, fix my teeth. There's something else I'm not remembering right now. I want to move. So like I can't afford all these things at the same time, right? So I was like trying to like, can I cut this 700 out? That's like a piece of a vehicle, right? That's a lot of money. And we both came to the same conclusion. I think I probably need to go down to Nogales to get this work done. $700 would get me a lot of grill work done in Nogales. So I think I'm going to shift gears with the teeth. I think I'm going to go get this extraction tomorrow because it's paid for. And then I'm probably going to try and get a passport, or I've been told I just need my birth certificate to cross the border and back. I think what matters is coming back here. Like that's what I don't want to be stuck there. That would be terrible. But buy your Gmail. Okay, Dale. Sweet, dude. Yeah, I'll forward that on over to my pops. I mean, I guess he may already know it's there because he has access to all the emails and whatnot. But I am not seeing the email. And the only reason I'm checking is because my dad was so insistent about getting you these tubes. Will you do me a favor and try again? It's sober@myyahoo.com. What was I talking about? Teeth? Yeah, I think I want to go down to Nogales. I don't want to get stuck down there, right? So maybe I need a passport, maybe I don't. But I'm going to verify what the necessaries are, and whatever money I put away for my teeth, I'm going to take down there, and I'm going to come back with some serious stuff. So that's really cool. That's a lot of weight off my plate, so to speak. There's a dental college in Phoenix, but I mean, we're talking about saving money, right? So that is saving money, but I could drive 2 hours in the other direction and save even more money. You know what I mean? So I don't see why I wouldn't go to Nogales. I guess the only reason I can think of to not go to Nogales is like the gang stuff down there, right? And the only reason I say that is because I don't know anything about it, right? I don't know what I'm walking into. I do know it's a world that I'm unfamiliar with, right? So that's not ideal. But they're real doctors. They're doctors that work here, work there. They're the same doctors. They just don't have to charge as much over there, right? So that definitely seems like that's a-okay with me. That is a-okay with me. Yeah, $700 Flick. That's crazy, right? That's crazy. I mean, they're using a cool, fancy tool. That's why they can charge that much, right? I think that they would have a hard time charging that much just doing the hygienist stuff. But yeah, the whitening definitely weakens your enamel for sure, Nicola. You're right on that. And they're definitely not whitening my teeth. It's just a UV cleaner. I don't know. I mean, the fact that it's $700 to clean my teeth immediately is a red flag. You know how long I could friggin' eat on that much money? So long. So long. Have a great day, Christian, if you're still here. Speaking of, I don't know if Robin Miners is in the house today, but I'm trying her Tim Horton coffee today, and it is fantastic. Have to say, you can taste the difference when it's ground this morning. And when it's good coffee. Gotta fill the cup up. Oh, Jeremy Fowler, you made one. What's going on? Welcome in. Quite the fish you've got there in your photo there. I don't know if we've ever commented on that. They turned you down when you told them you were paying in cash. That seems pretty odd. It's strange to me. Did you guys know when you spend a $20 bill, I give it to somebody and they give me whatever I'm paying for, that person now has a $20 bill. Now that person gives it to someone. They pay for something with it in exchange for whatever. That third person, now they have a $20 bill, $20 value. Now, when we pay for things with our cards, with digital payments, you send a 20 to whoever on PayPal, right? That 20 is now like 1950 or something. It's 19 something. They took a quarter. Somebody took some money out of that 20. It's no longer a 20. Now that happens again and again and again and again. It devalues when you use digital currency. Cash is king. In fact, it very well may be not good for the economy to not accept cash. You know what I mean? I don't know if losing value because someone's taking a piece of it all the time when you're doing digital transactions, I don't know if that devalues the dollar, but it sure friggin' sounds like it does, doesn't it? Maybe I'm getting the concepts wrong here, but the fact that someone takes a piece of it every time you digitally transact because someone's facilitating that, right? It's like a fee. Oh, don't put that up here, man. I wish that I had the other thing open. That's not a good idea to put your address in the chat. So many things. So many things. Please hold. Oh, StreamYard, I might have to start using you again. It blows my mind that I can't control stuff from that I can't control stuff from the restream chat. I have to like go into YouTube, open up the pop out chat, and then I can like control stuff. I don't understand why that is. Don't worry, I still have it. People can't read it now. Absolutely. 100%. Can't think of a better name. I really appreciate you saying that. Spanx, please take someone with you when you go south of the border. I will. I tell you what. Johnny, welcome in. There are places that specialize in that type of whitening. There's a website that sells stuff at discounted prices. I just can't think of the site. It's basically coupons for local services. Interesting. I mean, I would be interested in some whitening, but for all I know, I'm going to get straight up veneers at this point. So I'm not necessarily looking for that just yet. Just yet. Since private dental care, the dental industry is collapsing in England. They are all going private and not enough staying in the NHS. We're gradually becoming America and it sucks. No offense. None taken. Absolutely none taken. I've been playing this game. You guys, we've talked about Fallout here before. They came out with a mod called Fallout London. So I've been running around post-apocalyptic old Blighty this week. I guess just for like a couple days, and it's pretty sweet. I'm pretty interested in y'all's culture now, I have to say, over there. The way that Fallout is filled to the gills with Americana. Fallout London is that way with UK. I don't know what the word is, like England's version, right, of Americana, right? Their stuff. Like there's a group called the Beefeaters, and they're cannibals. There's a bunch of cool. I can't even really get into it because I don't even understand. I don't even grasp what I'm seeing. But it's been a very fun time, I have to say. And what made me think of that? Oh, your story about the dental. That's right. Yeah, no offense taken at all. There's a lot of stuff out here that I'm not super excited about, and medical is definitely one of them. You know this. So uplifting to hear a young adult speaking highly of cash. Yes, cash is king. I tell you what. It doesn't make me happy. Do you guys remember when the pandemic started? I remember there was a couple businesses that told me that they don't accept cash anymore, and that was the last time I thought of those businesses ever again. I shouldn't say thought of because I'm about to bring them up, so I'm obviously thinking about them, but Einstein's Bagels told me that they don't accept cash anymore. I'm pretty sure that they changed that policy because it was dumb. But I've been told that they don't accept cash at a number of places, and I don't do business there. That's ridiculous. If you want to be a slave, you can not accept cash. I don't want to be a slave. That's how I feel about it. That's literally how I feel about it. So. Well, that's a pretty noble thing, Dale Cox. Nothing to hide. I want you to know I did remove those so that nobody can see them, but I can still see them. Just so we're on the same page, I got you. And I appreciate you very much, Dale. I'm glad you're here. Incarnasoul, welcome in, says that's why a number of vendors are now surcharging the percent they have to pay out back to the consumer, so your $20 items cost $20.5 instead. I thought that it was always that way. I thought that they always charged me because I'm definitely the one that's paying for it. I didn't realize that I wasn't, I guess, at one point. I'm just now stepping into this professional business financial realm. I was a degenerate for most of my life, so I'm just learning these things. I pay either with cash or a cashback credit card. See, maybe I should get one of those. Get 1.5 back on everything, huh? Put the bill in full, pay the bill in full, and I make a bid on using it. That's pretty good. I would like to pay my bills with a card like that. I don't think that my credit is good enough yet. I have to repair it. I have to repair my credit, no credit repair. You know what I mean? This internet is beautiful and dangerous all at the same time. Well said, Kristen. Well said. Morning, Shelly. Not feeling well today. Let's get some ones up for Shelly. I hope you feel better. Sometimes it be that like that. I definitely wasn't feeling great yesterday. Mo Love, welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. Jimena, I see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Jeremy Shelton says, over here, dental is covered. I have a cleaning next week. Will cost about $25. Where's here? Casey, good to see you. Doing good, Mo. I am doing good. You pay your rent and utilities at the convenience store all cash. I can get behind that, dude. Forget PayPal and the landlord. Forget hunting him down. Forget driving across town to drop it off. You know? I also, Beta, good to see you, Beta. I also use quite a bit of digital payments, so I am a little bit of a hypocrite. Like I am knowledgeable I'm learning about these things, but um, I'm definitely not the best at setting an example, I guess. I'm just getting my sea legs under me, so I may need some advice, man. I need to go down to Nogales to get some dental work done. The main goal is to get cheaper help with my teeth. That's my goal. I would like to go down there. Like if it's going to cost me $700 to get my teeth cleaned in a special way here, I bet you I could save up that money, go down there and get a whole bunch of stuff done for that much money. You know what I mean? That's the idea. I don't know. Oh wow! Oh, stretch. I don't know exactly where you're located, Jimena, but maybe after this live, I'll message you and we can talk about it. I definitely don't know what to expect. Um, and that walking in someplace blind is never great. The bank charges them more to bank cash. Interesting. Interesting. I'm sure that policy is set in place for like the immediate convenience of whoever's charging that, right? But the far-reaching implications of that are you're encouraging people to not pay cash, right? It's very interesting. I don't think people think about that part of it. Many people go to Laser Dental in Nogales. Is Laser the name of the building? Is that like the name of the business? I love cats and cardigans and checkbooks. I mean, I guess I don't love checkbooks, but there's nothing wrong with checkbooks. I do love cats and cardigans, though. That's pretty cute, I have to say, Mo. That's pretty cute. I can see it now. I can see it now. The Admiral does have a great video about credit repair, and we've been talking about stuff like that recently. Definitely trying to get my stuff in order. I'm headed in a good direction. I'm not super worried. I'm definitely not super worried. Dude, I got great sleep last night. Check this out. I went to bed about a half hour late. It's pretty good. But I got up a half hour early. And that changed the game. I have to say, that changed everything. I'm going to do it again tomorrow. Wish me luck. Well, we were talking earlier, Johnny, not necessarily about the constraints, but about when you digitally spend $20, someone takes a piece of that $20 as a processing fee. So now that 20 is a 1950 or a 1970 or something, right? Every time that happens, it gets less and less and less. When you spend a $20 bill, that $20 bill is going to be $20 until the end of time. It's literally always going to be worth $20. So that's a little bit of a difference in that's what we're talking about. I don't really like digital is convenient. Cash is king. That's how I feel. I think that if we gave up cash, if we gave up physical currency, we would be giving up our freedom. I firmly believe that. And call me a conspiracy theorist, whatever. I don't care. If you want to be a slave, just give up your ability to own money. I'm telling you, you want the banks to be in charge of your money, like 100%. Like when you take away cash, you take away your sovereignty, and that's not something that I'm into. So, anyways, that's what we're talking about. Yeah, send me some tincture, Dale. I right now what I've been working with is Tommy's Tink, and I've got the jacked up version. I wrote jacked up on it so I don't get it confused. I have two Tommy's Tinks. One of them does not have capsaicin crystals in it. That one's got like the concentrated crazy stuff in it. So the other one doesn't. So I don't want to get them mixed up. So, but that one's pretty good. I've also got Armageddon. Oh, I guess that's the other Tommy's Tink. Ooh, that's not jacked up. Also have some Armageddon. Not bad. I've got an actual closet full of it, but I definitely am into tincture. Everything I have is from the same company except the one. I have one from Grizzly Heat. Shout out to Rhett and the boys and girls over at Grizzly Heat. Much love. Give them a shout if you can. I have some tincture from them. I believe it's called Polar Bear. Holy crap. That stuff kicks. That tincture is the only stuff I have that was processed with alcohol. So that's probably why it's so potent. But it also has a different feel and everything because of that. It's very interesting. It's quite hot. But yeah, dude, if you feel like doing so, please do. I would love that. We've got Uncle Johnny's got spicy stuff coming out of his everything, you know? He'll come over, and when he leaves, there's like hot chocolate. There's all kinds of stuff laying around here. We've got some tubes of terror in the other room, 2.0 and previous tubes. Yeah, some emergency cash is something I need to do for sure. Didn't have a bank account for a really long time, so now that I have one, it's a big deal. Thank you for putting that up, Shelly Kelly. I'm gonna write that down. And forget what I'm talking about. I wish I hadn't forgotten what I was talking about. Oh, emergency cash. Yeah, I didn't have a bank account for most of my life. So now that I have one, it's a big deal. And I'm like saving money, but I haven't gotten to the emergency cash point yet. Washing money in the washing machine, huh? That's why I get really soft bills now and again. That's funny. That's funny. Johnny, that's not how it works. The digital is still worth 20. It's just someone else has 50 cents. The 50 cents doesn't come out of the ether. There's $20. And if 50 cents of it leaves, you only have 1950. It's just simple math. Either the 50 cents doesn't come out of nowhere. It comes out of the 20. I promise you. It does not work the same. I do not collect coins, Mo Love. Although if I did, I would know a coin by sight that was worth more than it says it's worth. That would be a pretty cool thing. I've always dreamed of finding a penny or a quarter that was worth a bunch of money, but hasn't happened yet. Can't wait to chase the heat. We'll do it together, man. I'm excited. Have you tried Sex Panther? It works 60% of the time, every time. It's made from bits of real panther. I kind of like Rockabilly though. I went and saw Reverend Horton Heat. That was a great show. He his bassist has like a stand-up bass, and the Reverend's got his electric guitar, and the bassist like laid his bass down like all the way and was like was playing it, and the Reverend stepped on it. He stepped up and was like, it was so cool. It was so cool. He was like standing on the bass guitar, just shredding. Oh my gosh. Rockabilly's pretty cool. And the style, I mean, look at them. They're all pin-up-y, and what is that? The 50s? Is it like a 50s style? I think it's pretty cool. Have a great day, Charlie. Have a good day at work, man. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping in. When you say that, Jeremy Shelton, do you know what I think of? Jeremy Shelton says, runway fashion is trendy trash. Do you remember Derelict from Derek Zoolander? Brought to you by Derek Zoolander and Mugatu. It was a bunch of trash fashion. Blue Magnum. Wait, no, it was Blue Steel, pardon me. Getting my stuff mixed up. All right, y'all. Hit that like, subscribe, and the bell for notifications. If you like what we do here, it certainly makes a difference. Wow. This coffee is fantastic. I want to grow my own coffee beans. Is that how that works? They're beans and then you roast them, right? I think that would be cool. I bet you the roast is the tricky part. Getting the proper roast. Hansel's so hot right now. But can he do Magnum? Yeah, I love that movie. It's been a long time. I watched Dodgeball the other night. That was great. That was friggin' awesome. I also I finished The Empire Strikes Back yesterday and like watched the first 30 minutes of Return of the Jedi before bed. Are you guys proud of me? I pre-bedtime started Return of the Jedi. 30 minutes in, I'm like, okay, I guess we're turning it off. Turned it off. I stopped it in the middle of the beginning. Not the middle of the middle of the beginning. That takes some discipline. I'm just playing. I mean, I'm tooting my own horn a little too much, I think, but I was proud of myself. Because I honestly, if I start a movie at 9, I'm probably going to watch the whole thing. That's generally my style, but I did not allow myself to have such laxity in my discipline, which I'm proud of. Millie the Dandelion says, when my paternal grandparents passed, we found cash everywhere in rolled up socks, behind pictures, in old bottles. They had the right idea. Just see my nieces' faces now when they find the same. That is hilarious. Hansel is so hot right now. Coffee beans are picked by hand individually. It's why coffee is so expensive. Well, if I had coffee beans growing in my house, picking them by hand wouldn't be such a big deal. I mean, it would be a big deal for me. It just wouldn't be like difficult. I would just go over there and pick them, I wouldn't need a huge field, right? I would just need some. Although when I think about how many beans it takes to make a pot, I would probably need like 10 plants to like have a month worth of coffee. Maybe I'm doing my math wrong. I don't know what the yield is on said plants, but I can't imagine, like, is one plant going to give me a bag? Is one plant going to give me 10 bags? Is one plant going to give me a piece of this bag? You know what I mean? It's a huge difference in all those different ways, right? I feel like I have no idea. I feel like guessing would be a literal roll of the dice because I have no idea. That's so funny, Jeremy. Luke and his crew were terrorists. Jabba did nothing wrong. They invaded his castle like criminals. Watching The Return of the Jedi with adult eyes is far different than watching it with child eyes. And I noticed some things in the small portion that I watched last night that I don't think I've ever noticed before. I bet you Leia was pissed that she had to dress up as Slave Leia. I bet you, and this is just, I don't have anything to base this on and didn't do any research. I'm just spitballing here. But I bet you she was contracted to do those last two movies after the success of the first. And because she was contracted when this, maybe the script's not written yet, right? She's not contracted to be Slave Leia, but she is contracted to do the movie. I bet you she wasn't super stoked on that. I bet you they kind of blindsided her with that. They were like, this is in the script. This is what it's going to be. And then you get to kill Jabba, But I bet you she was not stoked. Also, the animatronics are pretty cool. I have to say, the Rancor and Chewbacca, love it. Love it. Trying to think what else. I had a bunch of realizations watching it last night. Carol Ann, welcome in. Good to see you. I have not seen Brazil. I feel like I've heard of it, though. $1985. Terry Gilliam. Whoa, interesting. A bureaucrat in a dystopic society becomes an enemy of the state as he pursues the woman of his dreams. Nothing wrong with that. Has young Robert De Niro. Wow, look at this cast. Peter Vaughn. Wow. Meister Amen. Look at this guy. I wonder what he looked like when he wasn't old. All right. I'm going to share something with you guys. I want your opinion. I just stumbled across this looking at the cast of that movie, Brazil. What do you guys think of this guy's facial hair? I want a yes or a no, simply. I mean, I guess you can also, if you have more to say than that, I would love to read it. But what do you think of the mutton chops? It's a mustache that connects to fat chops, like the fattest chops. It's kind of hard to see in that because it's black and white, but he's got like fuzzy cushions on his cheeks that kind of come up into a mustache. Opinions? I'm asking for a friend. Dale says no. Dale says no. Wow, that brought tears to my eyes. Not chips. Okay. Shy Bear says no. I'm not capable at this current moment. Like, this is the extent of my fur. This whole section is empty here. This is like the part that needs to be full. And then over here too. I get like kind of patchy in here, but I need this. What am I doing? I need this whole area to be full of hair. It's not going to happen. I feel like I've always thought of that as the Confederate mustache, which is not an association that I like. It's like a negative association is in my mind. I live for now. Good to see you. Nicholas says, classic look. Not really my taste, though. I appreciate your honesty. Everybody says no. The mutton chops can look great with a touch of gray. Well, thank you. One day, maybe when I turn 50 or 60 or something, we can go mutton choppy. When I'm twice as old as I am now. Life is a dream. Captain, my captain, I am gratefully recovering alcoholic, one new blessed sober day at a time. Thank you. Dude, my pleasure. And remember, I'm not doing a whole lot. I'm just giving y'all a place to come hang out. I have some choice words, some lessons or whatever, right? Some experience, but You're doing all the hard work. Life is a dream. You know, you're the one that decided to put the drink down. You're the one that showed up today. And I don't really know a whole lot about your story, but I just want to say, good job. You know what I mean? Good for you. Where's my thing? We have the official participation trophy of the lifeboat here, and I'd like to send it out to Life is a Dream in today, for all that good work. Because, you know, again, we said this a little earlier, this is one of the hardest friggin' journeys of all time, dude. I can't think of a whole lot of things more difficult than putting addictions down that just grab you by the short hairs, grab you right by your soul. And we're giving it the what for every single day. You know, we're going to do our best at the very least every single day. You know what I mean? So Lucas actually told Carrie Fisher there are no bras in space. True story. Interesting. I wasn't sure, but it certainly looked like she wasn't wearing a bra in any of the scenes from any of those movies. From A New Hope onward, it certainly looked that way. She was very sexualized, and I have to say I noticed that for the first time. Wow, we just went from recovery to Star Wars to recovery to Star Wars. But yeah, I had never noticed that before. As a kid, it just didn't even occur to me. £2 pounds of green beans per year. This is a half pound bag. So peak production, 4 of those a year. I would need like 10 of them. I would need like 8 of them. That might not even be enough. I feel like I consume a lot of coffee. And that's assuming I don't burn any of them when I roast them. That's assuming that I don't screw any beans up, which, again, I think the tricky part is going to be the roast. And not only, I'm going to comment on this again, Scoob, not only was she way too sexualized, she from then on became every nerd's wet dream, you know? I'm sure that she never, to this day, never lived that down, which I can't imagine, you know? I definitely wouldn't wish it upon my friends. I guess I wouldn't wish it upon my enemies either, because I'm not in the business of doing things like that. But Jeremy Fowler says legendary. I assume we're talking about the mutton chops. I assume this was in response to the choppy poppy. No? Okay. Just thought I'd try that. I don't think it worked. All right, y'all. I think I'm going to get out of here. Tribe Called Duff. Sorry I'm late, Captain. Hello, everyone. No worries. I'm glad you're here. I do feel like I'm headed out, though. I feel like I'm on the way out. Dale says he's addicted to super hot peppers. You know, that's an addiction that I can get behind, bud. I tell you what, there's, as far as harm reduction goes, you could do a whole lot worse. You could do a whole lot worse. Fire hole ain't going to kill you. You know what I mean? It might just wake you up. Well, Millie, I respect that. Millie says unpopular opinion, but not seen Star Wars any of them. And I will say, that's not an opinion, that's a fact. You just haven't seen them. That's all right. Are you a Trekkie, or have you not seen those as well? I'm a fan of Star Trek, so there's no judgment. There's just appreciation. This is the appreciation station, some would say. Some have said at times. Do you know the lyrics the cast made up and sang to the Star Wars theme song? I do not. I didn't know that existed. Thank you for bringing that up, Flick Fox. Do you know the words? You know, it's funny. We're talking about shaving the hair, and it grows back thicker or whatever. When I was a kid, I asked my Uncle Johnny, I was like, how do you grow a beard? He was like, well, shave your face 3 days in a row, and then don't shave your face for 3 days in a row, and do that pattern over and over and over. And eventually, you'll be pissed that you did. That's what he told me. I couldn't keep the consistency of that, so I never really got to put it to the test, but I still believe Uncle Johnny. Also, have I told you guys the story about the full body mohawk? I think we've talked about that, but what about the Wolfman costume? The full body mohawk gave me the idea of the Wolfman. My dad's buddy, once upon a time for Halloween, did the full body mohawk. He put a Speedo on and he shaved every inch of his body except the Hitler mustache, and then he had a goatee that went all the way down, wrapped around his butt, came up his back, and had a mohawk. So I guess right here was the only portion that didn't have a mohawk on his body. And he would walk around the party in his Speedo and ask people if they wanted to see the rest of his mohawk. I thought that was a pretty funny story as a kid, but it gave me this idea, coupled with the Uncle Johnny advice. What if I shaved my whole body for a year? And then on leading up to Halloween, I let all the hair grow and I was the Wolfman. I thought that was a pretty cool idea, although I didn't want to be that hairy for the rest of my life, so I never did it. I think I made a good decision. Bless to Crochet, good to see you. Are you saying, Nicola, that you haven't seen Blues Brothers? It's pretty good. Along the Murakami lines, huh? Super, super dark. I like Stephen King. I'll have to check. I still haven't looked into, even though I have it written down. My sister is into some pretty dark stuff, and I don't think it's Murakami, but I'm trying to think of what it's called. I'll have to ask her again. I'm going to have to read one of these books, Millie, so I can understand what you mean by dark fantasy. What's your favorite one? How's Norwegian Wood? That one seems to be recommended. I guess I could just see which one calls to me too. Norwegian Wood makes me I feel like that's a sexual statement. It says a poignant coming of age story set in Tokyo. That makes me feel like it's like some sort of romance novel. After Dark, there we go. A mesmerizing nocturnal exploration of Tokyo. That sounds pretty good. Sputnik Sweetheart, a mysterious love story with elements of magical realism. I can get behind that too. Interesting. Japanese writer, his novels, essays, and short stories have been bestsellers in Japan and internationally, with his work translated into 50 languages. What a beast. What a beast. I feel like he's written for a game that I play. Am I mistaken? Haruki? What a name. No. No, I've just seen his face before somehow. Never forget a face. I've often thought about being a novelist. I don't have the patience, I feel like. I have great ideas, but also my attention span, my consistency, all of my weaknesses prevent me from doing things such as that. Yeah, no sweat. Life is a dreaming. I have things like that happen too, man. No sweat. I'm glad you're here, and I appreciate you, dude. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow morning. Laying baby down for his nap, but I'm listening all. Kathy Ann, it is so good to see you. Been very busy. Today's my eldest freshman orientation, so I'm a mess, but love you all. I think I'd be willing to wager that you've got this, Kathy. I believe in you for one. Thanks for that epic thumbnail last night, by the way. So epic. What do you guys think of that thumbnail? It was pretty cool, right? It's about a guy who sets a girl's place on fire because she won't have sex with him. Wow. That's what Norwegian Wood is about, huh? That certainly isn't surprising as far as the title and the impression I was getting from reading that synopsis. Interesting. And it was a Beatles song. I'm going to have to go check that out. Have a great day, Sandy. Izzy E graced us with her presence. Good morning. I hope this message finds you well. I love you. Started heavy with IQ 84 as a present from my bestie and was obsessed from then on. Man, that worries me. I don't want to dive in too deep, but I do want to dive in. I would hate to invest time into a book that I don't actually want to read. And it's one thing, I don't know, I guess that's not even what I'm trying to say. There are things, concepts, topics, subject matters that I do not want to dive into. And maybe it's fear, maybe it's whatever it is, it's the complete lack of desire. It is, I don't know. Yeah, there are certain things I just, I'm not really into. They don't make me feel good. So I guess I'll have to do some research. I definitely have always intended to read The Stand, Jeremy. I haven't gotten around to it. I think I may own it. I have a book of short stories of his that I haven't finished yet. I have a lot of books that I haven't read. The entitlement runs deep. What are we talking about? Oh, the Norwegian Wood. That's right. That does sound accurate. That does sound accurate. Just got home. I'll be on replay, crew. Much love, Izzy. I appreciate you. Spank Squatch. I feel like saying Spanx gives the algorithm the wrong idea. I don't think a human has taken a look here in a long, long time, but I hope they do soon because it's going to change a couple things for us for the better. But I think putting Spanx in the title is a mistake every time. But I do like the name, and it has stuck since I was a young child, so I don't think it's going anywhere, right? But it's interesting. It's an interesting name. All right, y'all. I'm gonna have some breakfast. I'm pretty hungry. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and give my father, the Admiral, a shout this evening. And I'll see you in the morning. Yeah, we'll see you in the morning. I've got that dental appointment tomorrow, so we'll see you tomorrow. And then I'm probably going to take Thursday morning off, unless maybe it's completely different from this side. Right, this side was a hassle. It was rough. Maybe this side's super easy, and I don't need a whole lot of recovery. I feel like that's wishful thinking, but a boy can dream. You know what I mean? So, and I encourage you to do the same. If you've got some dreams, don't discount them. Don't let anyone step on them. Hold them tight. Hold them dear. Chase them. And I'll see you guys in the morning, all right? Much love. Hit that like, subscribe, and the bell for notifications if you like what we do here. Much love.